Oh my god, the food stamp people just repoed my brand new Tesla.
Are you sure it's a Tesla and not a Nissan Altima? Because there's a big difference between I drive a luxury car and I drive a car held together by prayers and terrible credit decisions. People are getting their SNAP benefits cut, and my last brain cell is doing donuts at a Walmart parking lot. I'm pretty sure in medieval times they used to flock people for doing similar things to what I'm about to show you. Not saying we should bring that back, but I kinda understand the urge to want to bring it back. And I get it, the medieval people were onto something here. SNAP stands for Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. It's basically food stamps, and it's to help low-income families buy groceries. The idea is to make sure people don't starve. Noble goal, right? It's a necessary safety net for people going through hard time. But somewhere along the line, it went from temporary assistance during hardship to permanent lifestyle funded by taxpayers. And those people, they're on TikTok, making videos and complaining about it. And I'm about to show you why my faith in humanity is circling down the drain.
If you have more than one baby daddy, no matter how many children you have, it doesn't matter if you have 10 children, it doesn't matter if you have 15 children. If you have more than one baby daddy, you are not going to be able to get the max in food stamps, okay? They are discriminating against mothers who have more than one baby daddy. I have been getting $4,200 a month in food stamps for 12 years. I have been getting $2,100 in cash benefits.
So the strong, independent woman here is complaining that they decreased her food stamps from $4,200 to $22 a month. That's more than some people make working full-time. That's actually 7 times my rent. And she has 6 kids with 4 fathers.
I've been on Section 8 for 12 years. I've been on disability, as well as my 6 kids have been on disability for 12 years. Guess how much was on my food stamp card this month? $22.
Now let me ask you a question. Whose fucking choice was it to have 6 kids with 4 different baby daddies? Did the government mandate that? Did somebody force you? Or did you make a series of decisions and now you're mad about the consequences? And that's just food stamps. She's also getting Section 8, housing assistance, and tax returns, and so on. And with 6 kids, that's probably $15,000 to $20,000 in tax credits. The earned income from tax credits alone is massive. It is a comprehensive government-funded lifestyle. You want to know how you're going to feed those kids at the end of the month? It's called getting a job. It's an absolutely groundbreaking idea that has never been thought of before. But I've been relying on government assistance and handouts and popping out kids for 12 years. Yeah, we can tell. And that's the problem. 12 years. That's 12 years of living on taxpayer money. And that only encouraged you to make more bad decisions, to depend on even more tax money. Maybe stop having kids you can't afford. And maybe stop having kids with different fathers who aren't supporting them or making any good decisions either. But no, instead we're making TikToks about how unfair that the free money got reduced. The audacity is genuinely impressive. It's like somebody crashing their car into a tree and then complaining that the tree damaged their car.
I just seen a lady on my For You page saying that if Trump cuts off their food stamps, they're going in the store and they taking everything. Lady, America has y'all in Hunger Games on purpose. Once you take everything out the stores, they're not going to refill them shelves. So when they don't refill them shelves, then it's going to be the people against the people. So I guess you're going to start running up in folks' houses and getting shot the fuck down. Because that's exactly what's going to fucking happen next. So y'all might want to rethink this shit out and come up with a better plan.
I call this one Darwinism. Natural selection is just trying so hard right now, but modern society is apparently getting in the way. And this shit's gonna make it so that grocery stores and Walmart are even worse than they already are. It's gonna get to the point where you can't even go into a store anymore. You're just gonna have to order everything on the app and then pick it up, and even with a higher price and subscription fees. And then stores are gonna have to lock everything behind plexiglass too, if you can even get in. We're watching the slow death of just being able to casually shop at grocery stores like a normal human being. This is why we can't have nice things, and this is why everything is locked up. It's just that people can't act right for some reason. Maybe I should make a video about that.
So I get $3,000 in food stamps. Obviously it's 8 of us, so you do the math. That's why I get $3,000 I have no income, so obviously I'm gonna get the full benefit amount. Does that make you mad too?
No. It doesn't make me mad. It actually makes me grateful that I'm not you. Like, genuinely grateful. I wake up every day and I thank the Lord that I'm not making your decision.
Does it make you mad that the government is helping me feed my children? Does that make you want to punch me in my face?
Your face has already been punched enough, but thanks for the recommendation.
Be mad. Stay mad. How's I'm gonna feed my kids? I don't have a job. Even though I'm going to an interview today. God, like I said, I took your advice. So it is what it is.
You know what else is what it is? Consequences. Cause and effect. Basic responsibility. And instead of making TikToks, you could just fill out more job applications. Novel idea. The confidence to post this publicly is groundbreaking. Like, self-awareness has just called a U-Haul and dipped out of town. It's kind of impressive.
Oh my God, the food stamp people just repoed my brand new Tesla.
Are you sure it's a Tesla and not a Nissan Altima? Because there's a big difference between I drive a luxury car and I drive a car held together by prayers and terrible credit decisions. But let's assume it's actually a Tesla. Imagine what Nikola Tesla would say if he heard this shit. The man who invented alternating current, who revolutionized electrical engineering, and who contributed to modern civilization as we know it. If he heard that his name was on a car being driven by somebody abusing food stamps, he would go get a lobotomy by choice at this point. He would travel through time just to undo his own inventions.
All because I lied on a food stamp application? Are you kidding me? So now my $4,300 in food stamps I was getting, 0. Cash assistance, I'm not getting cash assistance. I have nothing now. Nothing. I won't be able to pay my rent. I won't be able to pay my utilities. On top of that, they are suing me for $30,000.
They should sue you for another $30,000 for making this video.
I've seen a lot of videos talking about how people's EBT is getting cut off, and so they're going to be stealing groceries straight out of the store. But I've also seen a lot of videos talking about how people are going to grab baskets whenever they come out of the store. That way they're not stealing from the store, they're stealing from an individual. Well, you grab my shopping cart full of groceries that I bought and paid for with my fucking money, and you're going to hear 2 sounds. There's going to be 3 sounds.
I don't think you should even give them a chance to even hear a sound. And if they do, it should probably sound like the 4th of July. Fireworks and freedom. The sound of consequences finally catching up.
Maybe. It's certainly going to be 2 sounds. The first sound you're going to hear is me saying, "Now, Han, that's a bad idea there. Better walk the fuck on." If you don't walk the fuck on, that'll be the next sound you fucking hear. And the third sound, son, I'll hear it. You won't.
Somebody in the comments section said, "The Smith and Lesson." Honestly, I agree. Not that I'm advocating violence or anything, I'm just saying I understand the sentiment. The frustration is palpable. The rage is justified. When you push people far enough, and when you abuse systems designed to help people in genuine need, and you flaunt your irresponsibility and demand that other people pay for it, eventually people are gonna stop being sympathetic. And the goodwill of people will run out. And we've arrived at this point. Specifically November 1st of 2025.
Are you using your food stamps to buy pumpkins to decorate for Halloween? Because I am. We're gonna paint these this weekend, and this is your sign to go use that EBT food stamp card, buy some pumpkins to carve or paint or decorate for Halloween.
You're gonna use that EBT card and you're gonna buy some pumpkins and you're gonna stick them up your ass.
Little secret, if you buy pie pumpkins, which are the small ones, make sure they say pie pumpkins, and paint those, you can then use the pie pumpkins to cook and use as like a pumpkin puree. Okay, but that's, maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you just want to buy some white pumpkins and paint them and put them on your porch for Halloween, because you and your children deserve Halloween decorations. I'm going to go to Aldi's and buy one big orange pumpkin so that I can carve it, because I deserve to carve a pumpkin if I want to.
You deserve to shut the fuck up, is what you deserve. You deserve to stop making TikToks and start making better life choices. You deserve a reality check so hard that it leaves a mark.
And I can pay for that with my food stamp card. And I love that. And while we're there buying our pumpkins, don't forget to pick up some Halloween candy, because you and your children deserve to enjoy the holidays. Next month, Thanksgiving. Actually, let's not talk about next month right now. Well, we're also talking about food stamps.
How about you carve your ass a job application and get to work? How about instead of carving pumpkins for Halloween, you carve out some time in your schedule to be a productive member of society? My demons are asking for a raise at this point. They're unionizing, and they're filing complaints with the HR department. This is exactly why cuts are being made to federal programs. As they should go to the correct people. And it's the people that actually need them. The people who are going through temporary hardships. The disabled and the elderly. The people who are using it as a safety net, not as a hammock. But instead, we got people making TikToks about what they deserve while contributing nothing and demanding everything. The entitlement is off the charts.
Anyway, we've officially made it through 1 month of summer break, and man, did it deplete literally everything we had in the house last. Despite my best efforts to keep a budget, I absolutely failed. I went over by more than $100 at Sam's, and I'm sure I'll pay for that later in the month. But I didn't really have a choice in my defense, because these kids depleted every single thing we had in the fridge, pantry, and freezer. Anyway, this is nothing new. It happens every single year during summer break, so I'm not even surprised in this.
The kids have depleted everything in the house. And now you're on the way to deplete everything at Sam's Club. Somebody in the comments said, the kids are depleting the food? Because the arms are saying something different. And yeah, I agree, those arms are not really screaming malnourishment. They're kind of telling a different story. Are you the family of 9? Did you give birth to a baseball team? Because that's a choice. That's actually a series of choices. Multiple ones over years and years. Was there any point where you could have said, maybe that's enough children? But no, you just kept going. And now you're upset that taxpayers don't want to fund your entire Sam's Club haul. You're shocked that people have questions about why you need $4,000 a month in food stamps. I know I've been going hard on these people, and some might say that they need help. And you're right, some people do need help. SNAP benefits exist for a reason. They're a crucial safety net for people going through hard times. But what you're seeing are not the people that are using it as a safety net. They're using it as a lifestyle. And that's the problem. When you have multiple generations of families who have never worked and who have never known anything but government assistance, they're making decisions based on how much this will increase my benefits, rather than how can I become self-sufficient. And it's not just about the money. The average SNAP benefit is about $195 per person per month. So getting $4,200 a month is kind of insane. But beyond the financial aspect, it's also about a culture that we're creating. We're creating a culture where having children you can't afford is normalized, which is kind of unheard of in other countries. And it's where making TikToks complaining about reduced benefits while showing off your luxury items is somehow not immediately recognized as absurd. And the worst part, the people who actually need help, the single moms working 2 jobs but still can't make ends meet, that's a disabled veteran, the elderly person choosing between medicine and food, those people don't often get enough assistance at all, because the system is being drained by people like these that you've just watched. So what's the solution? Well, first, you gotta stop having kids you can't afford. Just stop. If you're on government assistance, maybe don't have 6 kids with 4 different fathers. Maybe practice some basic family planning and think about their future for a second. And then the second, get a job. Any job. Just start somewhere. You don't have to be a CEO. And you don't have to make 6 figures. Just contribute to something. Work at McDonald's. Work at Walmart. Work anywhere. Earn your own money and just have some self-respect. And third, use government assistance as needed. It's a temporary safety net. And definitely don't buy junk food with it. And fourth, just stop making TikToks about it. It's kind of childish. People don't have sympathy for the situations that you've created. Just go check in their comments and you'll see. After watching these videos, I kind of feel like resetting my brain with a brick. Anyways, we're almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is genuinely insane. So if you want to be a part of my first 1,000 subscribers and help make this actually my job somehow, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, let me know in the comments what I should react to next. This channel has gotten so far in 1 month, and thank you to everybody who contributed to it. Every view, every like, and every comment is highly appreciated. And I will keep making content as long as you keep watching. I'm out. Peace.